Jason grew up in the roughest pocket of a small town, the kind of place where the sidewalks were cracked and the lessons came early. He was sandy blonde, quiet, and learned fast how to keep his head down. Trouble had a way of finding kids like him. It found him one afternoon behind a row of abandoned garages where a few older boys had cornered him for sport. The shouting stopped when a deep, steady voice cut through the noise. "That's enough." The man who stepped in wore a reflective jacket dusted with road salt. He was broad-shouldered, his hair long and dark, his face lined by sun and wind. He didn't raise his voice. He didn't need to. The boys scattered. "My name's Jim," the man said, offering Jason a hand. "You all right, kid?" Jim worked for the State Highways Department as a courtesy patrol worker, helping stranded drivers with flats and dead batteries. He was largely Native American, and in his free time he traveled back roads and creek beds, collecting arrowheads and listening to the land the way his elders had taught him. He believed the earth remembered everything. After that day, Jason gravitated toward Jim like iron to a magnet. Jim never talked down to him. He listened. Before long, Jason was calling him Uncle Jim. Years passed that way. Jason grew taller, stronger, steadier. On weekends, he rode along with Jim into the countryside. They walked riverbanks after rain. Eyes trained on the mud for the telltale shape of an arrowhead. Jim taught him which plants healed, which fed, and which demanded respect. He told stories, not just legends, but reminders. Take only what you need. Leave the land better than you found it. And never forget who helped you stand up. Everyone's got a place, Jim would say. Sometimes you just need someone to show you where it is. When Jason was in his 20s, winter came hard and early. A brutal snowstorm rolled through, turning the interstate into a white blur. Jim was called out late, as he often was. He spotted a disabled car, half on the shoulder, half in the lane. He got the driver safely away from traffic. But before Jim could reach his own truck, a tractor-trailer, slick roads, bad timing, couldn't stop. He never had a chance. The news hit Jason like ice water. The man who had taught him how to walk the woods, how to stand his ground, was gone in an instant. After the funeral, the world felt smaller and sharper. Jason stopped driving. Then he stopped going out at all. Work fell away. Days blurred together. Grief made a cage out of fear. One afternoon, months later, Jason forced himself to walk to the corner store. On the way, he kept bumping into the same man, a middle-aged, bald white guy with tired eyes and a cautious smile. They crossed paths again the next day and the next. "Guess we're on the same schedule," the man said finally. "Name's Stan." Over time, small talk turned into longer conversations. One day, without planning to, Jason told Stan about Jim, about the storm, the truck, the silence left behind. Stan listened the way Jim used to. "I lost my best friend," Stan said when Jason finished. "Thought my life ended with him. Took me a long time to learn this part. Honoring someone doesn't mean freezing where they left you. It means carrying what they gave you forward." Jason looked down at the cracked pavement. "People get taken from us," Stan said ungently. "If we stop living every time it happens, the loss wins twice." The words stayed with Jason. A week later, he walked the same familiar route to the store. The air was cold but clear. Halfway there, he noticed a kid with mousy brown hair backed up against a fence, a couple of older boys circling him. Jason's heart pounded. For a moment, fear urged him to keep walking. Then he heard Jim's voice in his memory, steady, calm. "That's enough." Jason stepped forward. The boys hesitated, surprised. He didn't yell. He didn't have to. They drifted away, grumbling. The kid stared up at him wide-eyed. "You okay?" Jason asked. The kid nodded. As Jason walked on, he felt something loosen inside his chest. Grief was still there. It always would be. But so was the lesson Jim had taught him long ago. When someone shows you how to stand, one day it becomes your turn to do the same.